Okay, congratulations on your completion of CAS program, and hopefully you've culminated it very well. So let's see what you've all done throughout this process. So I would like to understand, what is CAS according to you? Who wants to say?
CAS is an opportunity given to us by the IB to focus more on extracurriculars as well as community engagement through undertaking different things we call CAS experiences. For example, I did football for CAS. We also had an outreach to Mukisa Foundation. We organized some different events and everyone did similar activities.
Okay. And how do you think this IB education, this whole MYP program and diploma program is helping you towards this CAS program? Is it helping you? Is it not helping you? If yes, in what way?
That's it.
I think it helps a lot because throughout all the years that you're going to be studying, you're going to be prepared a lot. You're going to have different engagements with different subjects and different components of the whole IB program that are going to really help you. So when it comes to CAS, you're going to be prepared, you're going to know what you do, and even CAS helps to further your engagement with the different aspects of life.
And do you think this CAS project and the service and everything, the items that you did, the soccer example that came, I know some of you have done exercise as part of it, cleaning as part of your CAS programs. Do you think this is really going to be helpful to you outside the school and outside the learning environment in the real world? Is it going to be helpful to you?
Yeah, I think it would be really helpful because from these experiences we've been able to gain a lot of skills such as collaboration skills, time management skills, which is a major skill that we really had to work on. And I think in the real world that's really important. So yeah, I definitely think the whole CAS program has been beneficial to us and providing us with those skills, because at the end of the day in the future those are essential skills that employers look for, and I think that's really important.
Other than CAS, if I have to ask you, what are more contributions or the impact that you would like to create outside the school or outside the school environment going further from here? If it is not CAS, what it would be? What contributions would you like to make to the society?
I think me personally, one thing that I'd like to have is an organization that would help different people learn new things. In this age of technology, there's a huge gap between Africa and the Western world, and I think although it might have a very minimal impact over here, I think it has a huge impact in furthering our engagement in the world at large. Yeah.
Wonderful. So your more impact you're looking at in the Africa region?
Yeah, definitely.
Bringing the technology to Africa region?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. Okay. What are the various initiatives that you undertake? One example that I heard just now about soccer and the service component of it. What were the other initiatives that were taken under the CAS projects?
Under the CAS project in my local community, I taught children who weren't able to afford football lessons how to play football, because I think it's really important that everyone gets an opportunity to do what they love, regardless of whether they're able to afford it or not.
Wonderful.
So it was a really fun experience. I got to make new friends. I got to teach these young people in my community the value of different aspects. For example, time management, showing up to training on time, working as a team, and just having fun doing something you love.
And if I may add on, I remember back in DP1, in a bid to improve Conan's integration into the school, given that he was a new student, I had an initiative whereby I would teach Conan how to play basketball, given that basketball is a big part of the school. So I was able to teach Conan how to play basketball, and he's on the team now.
I guess something CAS Fest is something we've done, which is a fundraiser for Mukisha Foundation. So we raised almost 3.7 million, and we did this by doing different activities. So the first thing we did as a whole class was Color Fest, which was a color festival. So we invited the whole secondary and had almost more than 100 students who I guess enjoyed. And then we did the second part, which was CAS Fest, which was PlayStation games mixed with other outdoor activities, and invited the whole school this time and collaborated with the PTO. And we had a much bigger audience this time, and this initiative was used for Mukisha Foundation. We did this for a kitchen for them.
I chose to raise awareness about mental health because that's not a very spoken about topic. So I joined a non-government organization called Buzzcut Foundation, where we used Instagram and all these different social media platforms to sort of talk to people, especially teenagers and basically teenagers, talk to them about the different aspects of mental health, how to handle stress and how it can impact their lives and how to handle, yes.
Any of you are thinking to follow up on any of these projects that you've taken up as maybe individually or whatever you've done as a class? Do you intend to follow it up after your DP2 program ends and after your exams are ending?
Yeah, I think one project for me was that in DP1 I worked in the psychology newsletter, and I was the editor-in-chief, and I think one thing that I'd love to do probably in university as well is to edit a local newspaper for them, because the experience that I had, although challenging and we were very tight on resources, I still managed to have a really enjoyable experience, and I worked with my psychology classmate Patsy, and it was fun.
Wonderful.
Could I add? So something I've been doing outside of school and I hope to continue every year is providing food to families during Ramadan, and especially families who I guess who live in poverty or don't have enough food. So this is something I did with my mosque last year, and we provided food to more than 200 families, and that's something I look forward to doing every year.
Great.
Yeah.
And for me, the last question: what is the advice that you would like to give to your juniors, the ones who are now going to take up the CAS projects maybe next year, following year? So what is the advice, honest advice that you would like to give them?
Honestly, I think the one thing I would like to tell my juniors is to start early. Don't wait. Even if it seems like you have a lot of time, you have summer, you have December holiday, use all of that time to work on your CAS, because at the end of the day, you don't want it to be an experience that's just like, I'm just doing it because I want to finish the diploma. You want to do it because you're gaining so much more from it. You're not just doing it to complete, but you're gaining all these skills that are going to be important to you, and I think that's what the IB intends to. So start early and make sure you make the most of your experience.
Wonderful.
What's your takeaway from the whole CAS program, and what skills do you think you've learned, and how do you think this has impacted you as an individual? What is your personal growth through the whole process of CAS?
One thing that I've learned throughout CAS from the beginning up until the end is the value of communication and time, because it's something that at some stages throughout our CAS project we didn't fully utilize, and there was a bit of confusion in what to do, who was doing what, and certain things causing commotion between us and the people we're trying to work with. So from CAS I've been able to learn that communication is a necessary skill to enable things go through smoothly. And another thing that I've learned is the value of self-management. Again, like Kadir has said, we should be able to start early and also, keep keep a level of consistency so that I'm able to do what I need to do when it needs to be done without ending up having to procrastinate my different activities.